I'm also a vice steward of DAO chapter in Cote d'Ivoire, which does inclusive development using blockchain technologies and AI. So,
And AI, you said blockchain technology and AI?
yep. Basically, we use the technological tools to make projects for inclusive development. So, social, environmental, and well, social and environmental actions to better improve the lives of the local people that we work with.
Amazing. Thank you. And thank you for sharing and thank you for being here. And thank you for the great work that you're doing as well within the community. Don't forget to put your contact information in the chat so people can connect with you. Merci. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Will.
Pleasure. All right. And so my turn. Quick intro of me. Start my own timer. So peace, everybody. I'm Farah Freeman, the founder and director of the OFC. But when I'm not running the OFC, I am also a spiritual coach. I'm just making myself available to connect with members who would like to understand a little bit more about themselves, about the world that we're in, the life that we're living. So I make myself available to answer questions. A lot of times it's just people have questions, or it's just a matter of just getting into a conversation. And I trust that the spirit that I am will share the words that need to be shared with the individuals that I connect with. So it's something that I've been doing for as long as I can remember. It is my ultimate passion in life because I do find a lot of times we make little mistakes in life just because we don't understand the rules of engagement. For example, if you don't understand how your mind works, your mind could potentially work
Well,
against
I came by to say hi then.
So how we could basically overcome that is being paying attention to what we're thinking and how we're thinking about it, because the fact that our minds are almost like algorithms. So as you feed stuff into it, as you feed things into your mind, is what it regurgitates. So fill your mind with what you want so you can experience the life that you want. So those are some of the quick tips and tricks that we share within the community, and I'm glad to be able to do it and to make myself available to you guys. So if you or anybody you know would like to connect for just a spiritual session, reach out. It's going to be my pleasure. All right. Yes, within time. So
I apologize. I forgot I was not on mute and one of my teachers walked in.
no problem at all. No problem at all. It is community and it is real life here. So basically one of the things, and Josie, you said you're gonna have to leave at 8:15. So I'm gonna, or you have a session at 8:15, so I'm assuming you have to leave maybe a little bit before
Well,
that.
no, the class has already started. I'm
Oh.
not teaching the class because I can't do everything.
Right.
But it's our last class for this
Okay.
session, so we always finish with a showcase performance, which we encourage them to bring their family and friends, the people that love them. So, and this is a very small class, but yeah, so around 8:15, we have a showcase.
Okay, no stress, no problem at all. And you see, these type of things we're gonna want to know next time when if there's an opportunity to invite people, let us know. We'll add it on the community calendar and different things like that. So, one of the things that actually I had made some notes. So I don't know if any. Oh, brother Samuel, welcome. Brother Samuel, you came right on time. We're just wrapping up the tour the tab. If you want to take a quick moment just to introduce yourself to the community, let us know who you are, what you do. And I forget, guys, our sessions are completely bilingual. Nos sessions sont complètement bilingues. Fait que gênez-vous pas. Exprimez-vous dans la langue de votre choix. Feel free to express yourself in the language of your choice. So, Brother Samuel, if you are in a position and you would like to introduce yourself to the community, you are welcome to do so.
I'd like to put myself to the community. My name is Laguerre. I do multiple things, but the thing that I'm concentrating, les choses sur lesquelles je me concentre en ce moment, c'est de créer des ponts entre la métaphysique ancestrale, les sciences que nos ancêtres nous ont léguées et l'intangible du domaine des affaires, notamment tout ce qui va de comment bien structurer une entreprise, comment on crée le pont entre ça et les sciences que nos ancêtres nous ont laissées. Ça, c'est...
Oh, we just lost him. I found it was very okay. You're back. I find it very interesting that yes, you're back. Okay, it was interesting because you were speaking. Your mic said that it was muted, but we were hearing you. So I found that really interesting. But okay, are you back with us?
Oui, je suis là.
Ok, ouais, tu peux continuer.
Oui, donc je m'attelle à créer les ponts et aussi à voir comment on peut utiliser cette nouvelle perspective-là sur le domaine des affaires pour créer des modèles qui nous ressemblent fondamentalement. Pas juste des modèles structurels, mais des modèles qui sont fondamentalement nôtres et sur lesquels on peut développer des nouvelles manières de gérer, de nouvelles manières de faire. Exemple vraiment banal. Une des notions dans nos spiritualités, c'est que dès qu'il y a une récurrence, il y a la création d'une entité. Donc, dès qu'il y a entreprise, on peut en déduire qu'il y a la création d'une entité. Cette entité-là peut être sondée énergétiquement et elle peut être canalisée d'une certaine manière. Elle peut être alignée sur certains courants, notamment sur des courants alignés à la richesse, et tout, etc. Et elle peut aussi entrer en harmonisation avec ce que la personne est, ainsi que son héritage identitaire et spirituel. Donc, ça, c'est toutes des choses sur lesquelles, en me basant sur la métaphysique, mais en créant aussi beaucoup d'analogies avec le domaine des affaires pour démystifier les choses, pour pas que ça reste, comment je pourrais dire ça, mystifiant, parce que tout ça, c'est de la science à la base. C'est vraiment juste la science que nos ancêtres ont encodé autrement de ce que les autres appellent science, mais ça reste extrêmement scientifique dans son application. Puis c'est ce sur quoi je travaille. Donc,
Wow, my brother. Yo, see, deep. It's very deep. And anything that has to do with tying spirituality and business together, I'm all for it. And I don't know if you have connected with Brother Sadiq yet or Brother Stephen Walker, but at the before we wrap up, I always like to make sure we create bridges. If you haven't, I would love for you to connect with both of them. I feel you guys would benefit from connecting with each
I
other.
would appreciate it. For
Cool.
sure.
And that's something
Sure.
I did forget to say at the beginning is before we wrap up, we do make it a point to ensure that we're making at least one connection for everybody here. So everyone's going to have one person, at the very least, you're welcome to connect with more, but we do like to make it a point that after every meeting that we do make an exchange and at least one connection is made in every session. All right. So just with just a quick tool in the tab, just from the questions or the presentations that were made at the beginning, I had a quick question for you, Sister Josa. Is for those who are interested, and this is something I was talking to another member about today, for those who are trying to get more comfortable with public speaking, somebody was recommending Toastmasters, but what say you? Like is how do I frame the question?
I can answer it. I know what you're saying in terms of
You know
public
what I'm
speaking.
saying?
I know exactly what you're saying. I've also some people get scared about when they hear acting because they think they got to be on stage and they have to perform and learn lines, and yes, that's part of it, but most of it, especially when you're doing a beginner's class and you're in a workshop that has a very supportive atmosphere, it gives you the opportunity to let yourself go and
Okay.
to brave the storm, so to speak, because acting is one of the most performing, speaking in front of people is one of the most terrifying and bravest thing at the same time. I do have a lot of actors who are students, I should say, that started off in Toastmasters and came to MSOPA. And then I have students who started off with acting and go into Toastmasters.
Okay.
The difference with Toastmasters, it's getting yourself comfortable to write a script, write a speech, and to address an audience. With acting, we're getting you to be silly and get rid of your comfort zone right away. Okay, I tell them I
Okay.
throw them off the cliff right away and let them fly, and
It's almost
I
complimentary. Like it's not either or. It's like you could actually benefit from both.
listen, anything you do with acting will definitely benefit you in anything and everything that you do. I mean, for an example, with Ken, like I have actors who are salespeople, I have actors who are doctors, you name it. I have actors who are life coaches. Sorry, I thought I took off my thing. Life coaches, lawyers, uh, I mean everything. And I mean, and some of my actors pursue this professionally, or they do it part-time, or they go and do film. But in anything you do in life, I do feel that acting should be a part of it.
Yeah.
because
And
it opens up an awareness. It opens up builds self-confidence and empowerment. I mean, I take my program, I work with at-risk youths. I work with newly arrived immigrants, refugees from Syria and Africa, and they're not taking acting to they're not doing acting to become an actor, but it's helping them build their confidence. During COVID, I worked with a Canadian nuclear scientist, and let me tell you, if I can crack a scientist, I can crack anybody.
Okay.
And
Okay, thank you for that. Okay, good. And that's, and it was something, it was to understand, just the perspective. And what we're here for is also to exchange business, exchange ideas, see how we could generate more revenue as a collective. So that's the other reason why I was asking, because so now in the event somebody is coming to us and they want to discuss, public speaking, referring them to you is another avenue. It's not always just Toastmasters, but connecting with you is another avenue. So, okay, so let's get into our activity for this evening, because
just to comment on
Yes,
what you
please.
said. Bottom line
Yes.
is it's showtime.
Mhm.
People come to see you and you have to deliver the goods. It's showtime. So you got to put aside that fear and develop the skills to share ideas, because we're all part of the idea delivery system.
Mm.
We're planting ideas in the other person's head. That's showtime. And that's what we do. So 100% acting can benefit everyone, because it gives you that ability to share ideas and plant ideas in people's minds. They come to see you. It's showtime.
Well said. And something else that I think speaks to everything we're talking about right now as well is the ability to tell stories, right? In sales, in marketing, at the end of the day, if you can deliver your pitch, so to speak, through the form in the form of a story, more power to you. And if you do have an acting background or an ability to tell that story in an almost dramatized way, in a way that you could actually get the person who's listening and watching you tell that story, if you could get them to, to become a part of your story, the sale is 3/4 done, right? So this is where all the businesses kind of intertwine. So Josie, you put your hands
People
up?
think in pictures,
I
not in
just wanted
words.
to add to that like also during COVID and even now, we've been hired by corporate companies to like for marketing companies to do team building. And we do this through theater games and improvisation, listening, and a lot of the theatrical games and improv exercises really helps individual with listening and reacting. Acting is doing something truthfully with a purpose. It's not pretending, it's doing. And so when you learn the concept, it's not learning lines and being a different character. It's being you truthfully doing something, telling a story. So in terms of marketing or relating with people, one of the most important thing an actor has to do is listen so you can react truthfully.
Well said. Thank you, sister. I just made another note. Maybe a cool team building activity would be coming and doing a session as OFC members, coming and doing some kind of icebreaker, some kind of team building activity at MSOPA. I think that could be a cool activity for people who, just to push them a little bit outside their comfort zone. That could be really fun. All right. So basically now, what we would normally do is we would break into like smaller breakout rooms based on industry, right? Now, in this particular case, we are a smaller group, so it's easy. We could stay within the same conversation. We'll just have to work a little bit harder, because the objective is to see how our customers intertwine and how we could refer business to each other. That's the activity that we're doing tonight. So now, and so first off, it's to identify the industries that everybody's in, right? And this is this is actually it's really funny because last week this is one of the things we're doing within the OFC. I was telling Ken, when we upgraded or updated our platform, for some reason it wiped out everybody's industries that they're in our directory. So there's no more, like, everybody has to go back and select all the industries and the keywords that are associated to their businesses. And we were trying to do it for we were catching hell, to be honest. We're like, yo, we cannot, like, it's not as easy as you think. If you know what a person does, but you're like, what industry does that really fall under? So this is going to be a part of our activity this evening. One, identifying the industry that we're under, and then the type of clientele that we see and the type of clientele that we're looking for. Okay, so then, like, by doing this collectively, now by me hearing, okay, this is the industry Stephen is in, these are the type of clients that he's looking for. Now I know how I could refer business to him, and we're going to do this as a round table. Brother Samuel, your hand is up. You go ahead. You have a question?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, complement what I do. I started a certification in data analytics, and I actually need to put these in practice so I could volunteer to help. If there's anything that needs to be sorted out in the database, this is part of what the data analysts usually do. So if I can practice a little bit, that's in the line of something that I really want to do.
Brother, we're talking 1,700 contacts we have to go through and update there and put their business listings back in. It's tedious, but if you're down, thank you. I'm going to make a note of that and we will follow up because it's definitely something very needed. So merci beaucoup for that. Okay, I'm making a note for real. Hold on, follow up with Samuel about database. Thank you. Okay, so let's start. We'll do a tool in the tab. So I'll give you guys a second just to think about the industry that you're in. Maybe some of you guys know it already off the top of your head. So we're saying what industry we're in and the type of clients that we're looking for. Okay, we're going to do tool in the tab. We're going to start. We'll try to remember the same order that we went in at the beginning. So Uncle Ken, you're up first. What is the industry that you're in and what are the type of clients that you are looking for?
Well, I'm in the training and coaching business.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they say, I'm a business coach, which is great, but you need to train people first before you can coach them.
Okay.
That's the key. Now, the biggest lack of skills in most small businesses is sales skills. And you know that because you followed my sales skills program.
Right, yeah.
The second thing that's missing in most small businesses is strategic planning. And you followed my milestones program.
Yeah.
Those two programs alone helped you to be the person you are today. Now, if your business is growing, leadership becomes a big issue. But for small businesses, sales skills and strategy are the two things everyone needs. Now, the type of businesses I'm looking for, listen, I can work with a one business owner or a 200-person organization, but I get the most pleasure helping small businesses because they don't know that there's people out there that can help them. So I like to help the underdog, so to speak, the people that don't think about coaching and training or training and coaching to help them grow their business intelligently. So everybody on this line and everyone in the OFC, for me, are the clients I want to work with the most.
So I'm gonna ask a couple of questions, and you guys, please feel free if you have, if there's anything said that you need clarification on. So, from what I understand, the clientele that you look for are small to medium-sized business owners.
Yes.
Now, can they be business? Is there any particular industry that those business owners need to be in, or it's any entrepreneur?
I can work with any entrepreneur because the sales skills, and the strategic planning is applicable to any business.
Okay, so small to medium. Okay, so any small to medium-sized business owner. Okay.
Yep.
All right, that's small, medium. Okay, that's all right. So now that's noted. And now
if I get a company that's got 50 people or 100 people, I'm happy. It's just I make more money. But I'd rather help the small business owner.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And now, so just quick time for reflection as we're going through this process. And again, we're going to do this for everybody, right? As we're doing our round table. is there anybody here who currently works with other small businesses, small to medium-sized businesses? Me excluded, obviously, because that's the nature of what I do. But is there anybody here who currently works with any small to medium-sized businesses? If not, you can think about it. If there's nothing that comes to your mind, but just keep it in mind. Okay, so now we know what Ken is looking for. Oh, yeah, go ahead, sister.
No, I have several students who have several businesses, right? So, I mean, I have a lot. I mean, again, we've been around for 33 years, and sometimes I surprise myself how many students own what and do what and started up certain things. So,
There we go.
But we've been around 40 years.
okay.
Nice.
40 years.
And you
Okay.
see, this is the first time I'm meeting you.
Aha, that's the power of the OFC. That's why we do
You
these
see the
things.
hair here?
Okay,
40
guys,
years.
let's not veer off. Let's not veer off.
But you know what though, the thing is that there's a lot of businesses out there, a lot of people that do different things. I mean, I've been in this industry for 33 years. People that are in the industry more or less know who I am. People in the city more or less know who I am. But then again, you'll meet people who don't know who I am and what I do. So, you know, and sometimes there's a reason why we're here.
Sometimes,
I'm still
all the
the best
time.
kept
Thank
secret.
you. Just don't. And you know, again, I'm grateful for always creating these spaces and creating these opportunities, and I thank you guys for being here. Okay, so that was Ken. Thank you, Ken. Thank you for sharing. Next, I think it was Brother Walker that spoke second. So, Brother Walker, what industry are you in, and what is the type of clientele that you're looking for?
So I'm in the health and wellness industry. It's not cosmetic, and it's not into beauty and fashion. It's health and wellness. Kinesiotherapy in Quebec is very unique because of how it's founded, or how it's positioned, because it's applying kinesiology and physiotherapy, merging them together, movement and stuff, like the actual activity of the kinesiotherapy. But what's really nice about kinesiotherapy is that you can apply any means to basically attain your goal with regards to helping someone receive that better posture, receive that better movement. So health and wellness is what the industry is. The type of client, because like I said, kinesiotherapy is unique. You can really go anywhere with what it is. So the kind of clients, the first client is the person who's with unresolved chronic issues and unresolved physical afflictions. A lot of people, they have pains, oh, it's my arthritis, it's my carpal tunnel, or it's this, it's that, it's the way you sit, it's the way it's, and they know they have these issues, but they've come they're comfortable with it. So they just go on about their life with it, not knowing that those simple issues can have effects in other areas of your body, and as a result, your life. So the first client is someone with an unresolved or unchecked physical ailment or physical issue. The right under that is growth-oriented individuals, professionals. And I say professionals because professionals are the ones who are going to do the training, who are going to do the work. As I'm listening to Jose speak about helping these people find their voices, it brings back to like some of the training that I had to do in my previous employ. And there were certain things that they would say you have to, it's better to stand with the recommendations. I'll give you an example. They often say that if you work in an office, have shoes that make a lot of sounds. Wear the set of shoes that make a lot of sounds. So when they hear the sound of your shoe, people know that you're coming. I like to lead with presence of self rather than presence of shoe. So it doesn't mean I don't like nice shoes, don't get me wrong, but when you're building your persona based off an image, you have to match that persona. So now you have a lot of professionals who are like glowing with what appears to be confidence, but it's an outwardly show because they've been taught to do certain things a certain way. Using kinesiotherapy, you can help people identify their standing up postures. You can help them identify why they're doing it. You could speak to it because it all helps me do my job for you. How you talk, how you engage people how you hold information in the body, for instance. I'm trying to step away from utilizing people. Ken, I'm sorry. I'm trying to step away from using my experience with you, so that's why I'm kind of stumbling on my words here. But you have an idea of what I'm saying here. When people have a profession, they have a tendency to do things a certain way, and then as a result, they hold things in their body and they don't realize it. So when they don't realize it through kinesiotherapy, I could be like, oh, your shoulder's like this for some reason. It's probably because you do this. How about leaning back? Ah, there it is again. Because you were thinking of that thing, you just said, oh, it's hurting because of the way I use my pencil and I write. Now I have an idea. Now I have an idea of what you're doing with that pencil. So I could tell you that your thoughts that you have, your general thoughts, are associated to this type of thinking, which is associated to you now feeling a pain in your shoulder or wherever it is. So it helps people to identify, huh?
And sorry, I not to cut you. It's just also I want to make sure we don't go too deep into the session. But and it's because I'm trying to follow, like, because that second the first person you described, I was able to list like 3 people right off the cuff that are like that just in passing talk about pain all the time, right?
Yeah.
Just from the first 3. The second example you gave, it was hard for me to picture who you're talking about, who that client is. So if you could get in like a 1 sentence, who is that? Who, like, is that a
That
particular
client
business
is a
owner?
professional who's taken the time to do the work and is now set in their ways, to develop their professionalism, and is now set in their ways, and is now set in their ways like that, and needs to get back to a sense of self, so that way of doing thing is more congruent with who they actually are.
Okay, so a person who becomes almost habitual. They've been doing something for so long, they're locked in a certain habit,
Yeah.
and that habit is having certain impacts on their physical body.
Yeah.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, so like, I mean, like we often go to work, we go to work, and then at the end of the day, this is what we do. I need a break. Why do you need a break? If you're living your life, if you're being your true self, what do you need a break from? Like, it's okay to be exhausted. It's okay to need to decompress, but what are you decompressing from if you're living to your fullest? You're doing your best, you know?
Got it.
So,
Okay.
yeah, because you have to strip off. And I don't want to go counter to you, Jose, because I understand what you're doing and how you're helping people to find their character. It makes sense to me, but I'm like going right into the core. I have a background in rational emotive behavioral therapy, psychology as well. So I go right into the core and help people find who they are so they can use that person to be the person that we all need to be as professionals. They can be that person, bring that person to the acting table, for instance, right?
Okay.
As opposed to develop a persona that they can step into.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing.
Well,
Yeah.
Stephen, one of the things that a misconcept that a lot of people get when they're doing acting, is that they have to do another character. And the truth is that they can only be themselves, you know? You're not Robert De Niro. You're not Angela Bassett. Yes, you're playing a character, but a lot of the exercises that we do, and that is done for actors in the beginning, is very similar to you, Stephen, finding who you are, you know, and also a lot of it has to be done with body language as well. But I'm not focusing on the well-being, so to speak, because that does come when an actor, you know, different layers that they allow themselves to shed, you know. And as they grow, and the more that they're doing acting, either being in a play, being in front of the camera, working on character, developing character, all right, there's a lot of them that they bring to themselves.
Okay.
You
Thank
know?
you.
Yeah. Well,
You know, it's like I had an actor.
We can't go too hard in the paint. We still got to do
Okay,
our
sorry.
tap. Good, no problem. But good opportunity for you guys to
athletics.
connect. I see great. Yeah. I already know that you guys should connect and discuss. This is what we're here for, guys. At OFC, we're here to build these relationships. All right, let's keep it moving. But actually,
And I do have chronic pain. Just saying.
you see, Perfect. I'm adding you to the list. All right, because I had like 3 people here already that that I had for
It's all in my knees.
Okay,
Oh.
good. The need. Good. So, Sister Joseph, actually, it's your turn now. So,
Just a note,
I-
Stephen's been working with my wife Sylvie for the last few months.
nice, and she has good reviews.
Yes,
I'm gonna go
very
read
good
up on the
reviews.
reviews. Thank you.
Very good reviews.
Thank you. All right, Sister Joseph. So, what industry are you in, and what type of client are you looking for?
Okay, well, I am in the, I can say several different industry. I'm in entertainment. I'm
Okay.
in the education. I'm into self-awareness, and just having plain fun. Um, Generally, who is the ideal clients that I'm looking for? People who are willing to um, have fun, explore who they are. I mean, with children, I think acting is the most important thing for children and teens. Because it helps them with anti-bullying, it helps them be self-aware, and they become better people, one, and confident, you know, once they've established that. I mean, listen, the world will tear them down, right?
Mhm.
And I say this because I see the results. You know, I found you're aware of Sadara, who's got her own launch. And what she told me the other day is that she was raised to be a businesswoman, but she's been doing acting since she was a young child.
Mm-hmm. Good point.
So I would say my you know, acting has so many other outlets there for anybody who's willing to take that chance, take that risk. Most people get really shy or afraid what other people are going to think, but once
Mhm.
they get into it, they can't stop.
So
Most
what stands out to me, and if anybody else has anything else to add, please feel free. But what stood out to me is your ideal clientele are the parents of children, or how to put it. But yeah, basically your client would be the parent because the parent is paying for the class, but it's for their children who need self-esteem or who might want to build up their character. A lot of times, right now, I'm witnessing a lot of children who
or harness,
lack a
sorry,
certain.
or
Sorry.
harness that energy that they have there.
Ah, I see that too. Okay, because well, where I was going was there's because of society now, we have a lot of children who are behind video games all the time, and so their self-esteem is off, their engaging with others is off. So being able to kind of get them out of their shell. So parents who are a bit concerned and they would like for their children to be a little more expressive, to kind of come out of their anxiety bubble. Those are the type that, well, right away that comes to my mind. That's so you could correct me if I'm wrong. But so I would, for you, I'd be looking at the parents that I know that have certain children, because we also have a homeschooling network, so that's another thing. So tapping into those children, those parents who are working with those children, but also listening to the parents who are talking about their children that might be lacking some expression or different things like that. Is that
Well,
correct or no?
you know, I've worked with children on different, you know, different areas, different avenues with at risk youth, children with a lot of anxiety, and are peer pressure, and
Mhm.
you know, I have a very we at the school, we have a really hands-on approach. I mean, we've worked with with people, not just children or teens, but people who are on the spectrum, where most people
Mhm.
will just like discard them. And I have them doing plays. I have them being
Mhm.
in films, you know, where they've been dismissed, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, we do, our courses are very small, so it does give that one-on-one. So I know I'm probably, you know, I'm sorry. So I'm going to try to bring it back home here. Um, that,
But
so generally, um, I mean, the people the clientele that I'm looking for are people who are willing to explore regardless of their age. I have women and men in their 60s or retiring who are coming and trying out acting, you know? And
So
again,
people who want to explore. So, and actually, okay. So then, no, and sorry for cutting. I just want to make sure that Samuel. Oh, I don't know what happened to Samuel again.
Sorry.
Okay, he disappeared. But I just want to make sure Sadiq and well, Samuel comes back because he seems to be popping in and out. I just want to make sure everyone gets an opportunity to save, and then we could dialogue a little bit more. But again, my goal at the end of the day is to ensure that one, everybody's thinking about each other in terms of how we could refer business to each other, because that's how we grow. That's how we keep money circulating. So that's it. And it's, and just sharing other tips and tricks, that we can share to empower each other. So there's a couple of things I noted for you, Sister Josa. If anybody else has any questions, please feel free to chime in. But let's go to Brother Sadiq. If Samuel pops back in, let him go, and then we'll full circle it a little bit. All right, Brother Sadiq. So now, what industry would you say you're in, and the type of clientele that you're looking for?
Okay, so mainly the industries I'm in are education and technology. I'm a little positioning myself at the middle of the two. And as I mentioned, I'm starting my journey as an educator and consultant, but basically the type of client that I serve the best. I will start with the problem, the situation in which we are right now. We are living in a world which is very, very different from what our parents knew. I'm a Gen Z, by the way. And from what we were trained to perform in, especially due to the big change in technology that we had since 20, 30 years ago, which are affecting the way we are interacting with each other, which are affecting how we behave internally and externally. So I help people better understand the effect of the technology, the different technology that we use in our daily life, and families better navigate it with their children. Because it's very, very easy today to have in the same house of 5 people, 5 different universe, 5 different perspectives, and we're losing some connections, and we're living into different worlds, basically. So first, I help people, individuals feel better with the use of technology, not feel overwhelmed, because I think you notice every few years or every few months, we have new tools that are available, which are not necessarily useful for us, but which we can leverage to do more things. And that's for individuals and for families to reconnect better, to align themselves as a family, to have a common direction toward where they are going and they want to go.
All right, I'm gonna reiterate to make sure I got your two the client cible, like the two type of clientele that you're looking to connect with. So one
Also, I just want to add, because I saw it, especially in the community world, organizations, because there is a big problem of digital literacy or numeracy. So I also give computer literacy classes to groups and organizations.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, thank you for that. So now, so just to reiterate, so first on the tech side, so you, in other words, you help people to navigate the new technology that's being introduced. If I have to break it down in a simple one-liner, that's it. So anybody who is not tech savvy, they could come to you for a bit of guidance. And now, and with that, what it makes me think about Gary, who is the OFC's web computer tech person. Just because he has clientele that he himself doesn't necessarily have time to sit with the person and go, his job is to come and fix your computer. But he would be a perfect person for you to connect with, because he's connecting with people who have tech issues. So it might be outside of they might need some help just with their computer, but if he hears their conversation and it's a little bit deeper than their computer, Gary's as a great person to connect you to, or for you and Gary to connect. So that's one person. But anyways, anybody else that, whether it be senior, youth, or whatever, who is talking about their challenges that they're facing with new tech, you would be there, or they would be your clientele. The other thing you just mentioned is families who want to build better bonds together. Is that what I understood? So yeah, if maybe if you reiterate if I didn't understand it correctly.
So basically, everything that we use today has a technological side. So I'm not like family counselor, not at all. But when we have issues linked to the usage of technology, for example, parents that don't talk to the children anymore, or children that don't want to sit at the family table, or just can't do their exercises, their homeschool work, due to their addiction to social media, video games. And by the way, video games are kind of useful. It's all about how you integrate them in your daily life. And then I can give some recommendation, like acting as a bridge between generations or two different type of usage of technologies to better
Wow,
serve the
very clear.
family's objectives.
Thank you, King. That is super clear. So and see, as you just said that, now there's a particular member that came to me because the fact that her and her daughter were at ends, because the fact that her daughter is like addicted to her phone. And when she tried to discipline her, it went completely left. But not physically, I just mean when she tried to take the phone away from the child completely snapped on her. But I have to make sure because we
That
talk
happened.
discipline. You never know. There's a spectrum of discipline. But so in this particular case, that would, to me, that would be somebody I would introduce you to speak to that parent to see if you could connect. Sometimes not sometimes, a lot of times it's hard to be able to bridge that gap with the youth, but at least we'd make the connection. So thank you for sharing that. Again, if anybody else is hearing and you guys could think of other parents that complain about their children being in their phones and there's a disconnect and there's a gap being established, Brother Sadiq is a person to refer to, and also anybody who is technically not savvy. I feel there's somebody else that just mentioned to me that Sister Martin.
And we connected last month on this topic, so we had a really interesting conversation.
Awesome.
So I'm waiting for her to get back to me.
Good. Okay, perfect. Good. See, I'm on it, man. I was like, hey, Martin also mentioned tech. As soon as there's the word association, anyways, when it's my turn, I'll go into more detail. But hey, I'm Brother Jean-Philippe, welcome. Brother Samuel, thank you for popping back in. So do you want to share your industry and the type of clients that you're looking for?
Yeah, of course. I'll keep my my camera off because my phones keep overheating and shutting down. I don't want it to shut down now that I'm doing the explanation. Dans le fond, what I'm looking for is actually not a specific industry, but a specific business profile. And the fact that I've built a team of energy workers that are more or less, each one of them has more than 20 years of experience.
But wait, sorry for cutting. But first off, what industry would you say you're in? Like, are you saying yourself?
I would say it's data analytic and data processing.
Perfect. Okay, Samuel, data analytics and data processing. Okay, perfect.
Exactly. Now, what I'm building, the proof of concept that I'm building is to bridge this with ancestral knowledge, what I would call spiritual science. And what I'm actually looking for what I'm actually looking for are people that are willing to implement, that are willing qui sont prêts à essayer un nouveau modèle de gestion basé sur une structuration, non pas par la donnée, mais par la structure énergétique de leur entreprise. Pour faire simple, dans le fond, toute une personne qui n'a pas nécessairement besoin d'être convaincue parce qu'elle a déjà ce vécu-là dans la dimension spirituelle, mais c'est de voir comment je peux transférer ça d'une manière tellement stable et tellement bien décortiquée que je puisse prendre des décisions d'affaires sur ces notions-là et le présenter au monde des affaires d'une manière crédible et fondée. Donc, ce serait, yeah.
So let me try to take a stab at it. And this is why we're here, guys, because the clearer we can be with the type of client, then it makes it easier for everybody to refer business to you. So, so first you work in data analytics and data processing, but the type of client that you're looking for is a client who is more spiritually aware or spiritually inclined. Like, so it's that's what I understood. Like and maybe correct me if I'm wrong, but you're open to connect with spiritualists, people who are vibrating on a certain frequency and who are open to exploring the world of business, but from a spiritual standpoint.
Exactly.
Oh, sweet. Okay, good.
Exactly. I see the shutting down sign starting to pop up on my phone, but this is exactly it. This is exactly the type of client that I'm looking for.
Okay. Okay. Say less. So anybody, again, as you guys are hearing this, we're here to build and network with each other. So if you, in the back of your mind, you know some spiritualists, people who vibrate on a certain frequency and who could potentially benefit from the connection, this is what we're here to do. So that was a tune. So, Brother Jean-Philippe, you're welcome. Thanks for joining. I could have you join into the activity right away. So, what we're doing is a tune the tab, where everybody is introducing the industry, letting us know what industry they're in and the type of client that they're looking for, so that as a collective we can start thinking together in terms of how we could potentially share clients or help to refer a business to each other.
All right, so you want me to take a minute to introduce myself?
Yeah, well, technically the introduction part, we kind of did it at the beginning. So right now
Okay.
this is jumping right into the middle of the game. So the activity is what industry you're in and the type of client that you're looking for.
Right.
Within that, for sure, you could take 30 seconds and introduce yourself as well. But it's just we don't want to change the whole rhythm of where we at right now.
All right, no problem. So good evening, everyone. My name is Jean-Philippe. I'm based here in Montreal. I'm a leadership and Afro branding coach. So what do I do is the industry that I'm in. I'm in the coaching, consulting, expert business, and I help Black entrepreneurs, especially in the agribusiness and in the wellness sector, to scale and grow their business. I do this through one-on-one coaching, group coaching, and training sessions that I do offer. My goal is really to help both around mindset and around growth strategy, especially marketing strategy and positioning strategy, how to make sure that your message is clear, the positioning that you have for your business is clear, and that you put in the right systems based on where you're at in your business in terms of your phase of growth, so you consistently and strategically grow your business. So when I'm talking about the system, I'm talking about email marketing, I'm talking about your website, I'm talking about your messaging on your website, I talk about integrating a CRM program in order to stay in touch with your clients and to understand how you can best use social media for the reach that you want to have for your business.
Amazing. Thank you, my brother. So I'm going to reiterate. So you're also you're in the coaching business as well. But one thing you mentioned, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, but are you specializing in connecting with entrepreneurs who are involved in agriculture? Like, is it like businesses that do farming and different things like that that need to expand? Or
No, it's really like if you want to make it simple, I mean the food brand business. So it could be from agriculture to catering services, like the whole chain from food, from the land to your table. But I really focus on helping entrepreneurs who want to develop, who already have their own brand of produce, and they want to position that brand in order to attract the right type of clients and to grow and to generate revenue, like their go-to market strategy.
Okay. So that you just said something else. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll say the two type of business that I don't work too much with is people who are strictly doing retail, like they sell other people's product, not necessarily their own, and people in the restaurant business.
Okay, so you do not work with people in the restaurant business.
I don't specifically work that much. I really work on people who want to develop their brand much and foremost, their food brand.
Okay.
So if you have you do hot sauce, you do fresh produce from the farm, but you have your own brand that you want to push forward. If you have a catering service, but you want to push your own brand around it. If you're in the restaurant business, I can help you with your positioning, but I don't consider myself an expert in terms of the business model of owning and growing a restaurant business.
Okay, that's beautiful. All right, guys, this is amazing. So, okay, so thank you for sharing that. So now, like, what's interesting? So you and Ken are both, but Ken is a trainer and coach. You're a coach that specify that focuses on brand management and brand development. So you guys are coaches, but in different aspects of business. So it's complementary again, which is awesome. Okay, good. And which means you guys could also refer clients to each other. If you run into somebody that doesn't necessarily fit your mold, vice versa, you guys could refer clients to each other as well, which is great. Okay, perfect. In my case, I also fall under the industry of coaching. But as a spiritual coach, I'm more looking to connect with people who are not content with their life experience. So people who are depressed, people who are yeah, just down, not content, perpetual complainers. Like those are pretty much the people who I connect with to give them a different perspective. I can't, what's the expression? I could lead them to water. I can't force anybody to drink, but those type of people usually are not happy in themselves or in their experience because of a mindset that they have. It could be a life experience. It could be something so it's just to understand it from a different perspective. So those are the people that's my clientele. In terms of it's people who, and this is for me personally, I'm not talking about the OFC, I'm talking about me as a spiritual coach. It's for people who it is, who are not happy and not content. All right. So if you guys know anybody who's not happy and not content, send them my way, and it'll be my pleasure to connect with them and support them that way. Now, I appreciated this exercise because it allowed me to hear you guys and understand the type of client that you're working, that you're looking to connect with. Now, why this is important, within the OFC, our goal, one of our primary goals is to establish relationships and to get to know each other. The power of getting to know each other, what that does is that now we're in this room, there's 7 of us. We now, as of tomorrow or even today, as we're speaking to people and hearing people, we now know that we have 6 other service providers that we could refer to in the event we run into somebody who needs a particular thing, right? And that's the power of what we're doing. So now we have more mouthpieces selling and advertising for us, and that's the power of community. But if we didn't take the time to get to know each other, and this is almost like a speed dating version, that's why I'm going to ensure that everybody at least today leaves with 1 contact so that you guys can deep dive with each other. But the point is, the more people get to know you, get to know your why, get to know what you do, how you offer it, the easier it is for that person to refer clients to you. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to generate more revenue as a collective so that we could build more wealth as a community and we could empower our future generations coming up. But now there's a couple of quick takeaways that I had that I wanted to share with you guys. Now, and this is something that I learned through sales. So thank you, Ken. But it is really important. The clearer you could get about who your clientele is, the better it is. Now, and jokes, I had noted you when you were introducing yourself, you have you do a lot, and there's a lot of different parts to it. There's a gift and a curse to that. The gift is that you basically you could probably help a lot of people in a lot of different ways just because of your experience, the years that you've been doing it. But where it becomes the curse from the gift and the curse part is because it's so broad, it's hard for if somebody's going to refer a client to you because you do so much, we're not sure who to refer to you. So that's why
Everybody.
That's what everybody says, but that doesn't work.
Well, I mean, I hear you because yes, I'm a school entity, and then my other entity is that I'm a casting director.
Right.
So I work a lot with emerging filmmakers, and if you like, for an example, if you want to do a commercial of some sort, all right, I've got the hookups of who, you know, I have like 8 production crews that I work with, and then if you're looking for actors to be, you know, to be there, I've got a database, you know. So yeah, I understand.
So you see now what you just that is because now that gives mind you, I had a bunch of different things that, from what you said before as well in terms of parents and children, but now what you just said gave me a whole new um person to think to look at, a person who is looking to produce a commercial, a person who is looking to make, like, you know, who's looking for actors. That is very specific. So, and the advantage of that is now when I speak to that person, I know, yes, you are a person I could connect to Joseph because of what, you know, specifically what you're looking for, what the type of client that you're looking to build with. Because if again, we all want to connect with, you know, everybody, but the challenge is that when we're too broad and when we offer too much, then it's hard for another person to refer business to us because they can't necessarily pinpoint who they should be referring to, you know, who they should be connecting us to. All right, so so that was just a quick little takeaway. Oh, okay, so hold on, we have a new guest just jumping in that she's coming on the tail end, but we still have 20 minutes left, so we're coming towards the wind down of our session. So Jean-Philippe, hey, Sister Brenda, welcome. I wanted to let you in because I don't think you have an opportunity to be here yet. Okay, but you're still on mute. So, Brenda Williams. So yes, so now, quick, so first of all, how did you guys find that activity? Was it beneficial? Is there things we could do to tighten it up? Do you guys have any referrals for anybody right now before we go into the next phase?
It's just the beginning.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ken.
The future is positive.
I'm happy to hear that. Thank you, Ken. And so you guys know so we meet every week, but every second week of the month we'll be doing this type of session. All right. And I really like it because the idea is to mix it up a little bit. So it's not the same kind of mundane, you know, we just get together, we talk about what we do, who we are, and we go on to the next. Like this way it creates a little more makes it a little more dynamic, a little more engaging. And as when the group is a lot larger, then we really would break up based off of industry. So then as industries, you guys could discuss and say, you know what, I had this person who, you know, I was able to do this with, but it's still needing this XYZ. So you guys are able to build together like that. Brother Walker, your hand is up. Go ahead.
Yeah, can you just spend a couple minutes explaining how we could introduce someone to the OFC again? Like with all the changes that are being made and stuff like that, the first place I want to send someone is to the website, OFC community. But when they go there, exactly, right?
Good question. So that actually, so the thing with the website, so the website serves as like a brochure, right? So the website, it gives you guys an idea or gives people an idea, a broad view of what the OFC is. But it's too broad. Like actually we're really busy, but we do need to scale back and pull down some pages so that the OFC, what we really want when you go to the OFC website, we want you to be able to search for other businesses and find, you know, different products and services. We want you to be able to explore the community calendar so you can see what's going on, read up on the member blogs so you could get an idea of a feel of some of the news, and have an About Us section where there you could find out more about the OFC, but it shouldn't be like all over the website because it's just like we really want to direct when people come to the website. We want the OFC's goal is to promote you guys. So like we don't need people spending forever on the website reading all the stuff about us. We want them going on the site to find you guys. So that's why it's like the way it is right now, it's a little bit busy. Now,
maybe I messed up. Okay, I'll give you the example. I have an electrician, young guy, and if you talk to this guy, you'd be like, he's well above he's way older than he looks. And first thing I wanted to do was introduce him to the OFC, but all I had was OFC community, the one that tells you how to become a member.
So to answer your question in a very more concise way, when you have people who want to join the OFC, the first thing to do is connect them. They say, you know what, I'm going to have you connect with the founder. he is going, you guys will book a session and because that's the first roasting. Anybody who is interested in joining the community, we do treat it almost like a fraternity. Like we don't just let people into the community. So even if he went on the website, he liked it and tried to sign up, he still has to meet with me. So so the point is me and we're now training some other people who are who are going to be a part of the membership committee who are going to be able to do what I'm doing as well. But right now, the first thing, somebody wants to connect with the OFC, you say, awesome, you know what? I have somebody I'm going to connect you with. You could either book the session for them directly into my calendar. If they're confident and they want to do it themselves, you could say, here's the link to his calendar, book a time, you guys connect on Zoom or over the phone, and he'll understand who you are and he'll explain to you how the OFC community can support you.
Perfect.
Right? But the first thing is the introduction.
So please, if you put the booking calendar in the chat, and also, is it possible that they could use the new text line that the OFC has? Is that an option?
Most definite. Most
Okay.
definite. That's what we have it for.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you for that question. Zcal, there we go. And that's my booking link. Make sure I just give you the right one. Oh, okay, touch base with Pharaoh, select the date. Yes, it is. Okay, good. So yes, so now, oh, let me come back to you guys. Okay, so that's not the right meeting. I just came into, I lost you guys. Oh, there you are. All right. So yeah, so that's the booking calendar. So that's how you refer people to the OFC, and if anybody else is interested, that's how you do it as well. I want to just give you guys some quick news. All right, and then we're going to do just the matching very fast. I want to make sure that everybody, before you leave here, you're leaving with a contact and somebody to connect with. So quick news, quick development. So this coming Thursday, our featured guest for this week actually is Brother JP. Jean-Philippe Vazina is our guest for this week on the radio. So tune in on Thursday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'll be connecting with Jean-Philippe. And actually next week is Sister Brenda. She wasn't able to unmute today, but as you guys see Victor Consultant on there, she is our guest for next week. So you guys do not want to miss. Please join and please tune in. Also, it's really important, if you guys are not already following each other on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook page, please make sure you guys share those links in the chat here. We're here to follow each other. If you're not already following the OFC, please make it a point to do so. I'll share our links as well because it's really important that you guys are also following. Hold on, I'm going to stop my share here. I'm going to end the Discord. Also, I think everybody on here right now, I'm not gonna do a deep dive and check, but I think you guys are all on Discord. All right, is everybody on here on Discord right now? I think so, yes. Well, I think so. Sister Josa, I still have to get you on Discord, and I think Sister Brenda, I don't see you on Discord. I'm sharing the link to our Discord right now as well. This is where we are networking. Guys, if you're on Discord and you haven't had a chance to go in and just introduce yourself, please make it a point to do so. There's a introduction channel. I'm going to show you guys something very quickly. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. And okay, and while I'm doing that, I'm multitasking. So the last quick update I had for you guys. So, okay, no, let me not over multitask. All right, you got everybody seeing my screen right now? Yes, yes, okay, perfect. So now this is our Discord. So for those who are not familiar with Discord, sorry, it looks really busy as I'm not doing it, but it's because I have a lot of things going on here. Hold on, can I end this? Disconnect. There we go. How can I go? Great. So for those who are not familiar with Discord, I want to show you guys. This is what it looks like when you're on your laptop. Okay. Discord is just like WhatsApp. It's just a next level. Okay. And just so you guys know, the reason I brought the community onto Discord is because one, Discord is kind of like the future, so to speak. There's a lot of youth, there's a lot of gamers, there's a lot of people who currently use Discord. It's underutilized by the community organizations, a lot of within the Black community as well. So I wanted us to be avant-garde, so to speak. The other thing too is if we are genuine about building for the next generation, we should be where they are. So that's why I want us to get ahead of the game, and I want our community to get familiar with tools and platforms like Discord so you guys could expand. There's a whole world outside of our community that we created here that you're able to explore and look into. So that's a little background. So now when you're in Discord, you guys are seeing all the side here. It's like the different groups that we used to have, right? So what we did is we organized them, and that's the other advantage is that WhatsApp, we'd be getting all the notifications all the time, and it's a little bit overwhelming. With Discord, you're able to pick and choose what you're listening to, what channels you go to. You're able to, it's just like WhatsApp, but it's just less busy. What we did, we organized things here. So the first thing when you come into this guest lobby, once you join the Discord, if you haven't been assigned a role yet, a role is your different membership tier. You come in as a guest. Right now, obviously, I'm a call it a super user, so I see everything. But guests are only able to see this first top section here. Guests can't see everything else that you guys would see as registered members. So guests could see the rules. They could see a showcase. The showcase is all it is just where we rebroadcast different things that are going on within the community, give people shout outs, etc. This is the community calendar. So anytime you guys have events going on, we're going to reshare them inside of the calendar. And then there's the FAQs, and then there's the introduction part, right? This is where I encourage you guys to say hello, welcome, let people know who you are. The other cool thing I really appreciate about Discord, and great example here, myself and Steven, is that different than WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you would get caught up in a million messages because two people are having a conversation. The difference with Discord is now you, Steven and I could create a thread where, yes, we started with one conversation, but then we could veer off and just him and I continue one conversation without bombarding the entire chat with our two-part conversation, right? And I appreciate that for just the way it keeps the conversations organized. Now, as members, you have your general chat. So this is like our general random, hey, anything going on? Good morning. Check out what I had for breakfast, whatever. You could post that in the general chat. All right. And then you have the marketplace. This is where you come and you promote. I have something to sell. I have something I'm looking for. I'm something to offer. You do that in the marketplace. Connections, specifically for making connections. If you're looking to connect with other members, it happens here. When the OFC is introducing members, it's happening here. So this is where all the connections are made. Oh, Ken, you just shared something. You shared it in the wrong group. Nice, Ken. Nice. I see you just shared something. This is very nice. But that's why we're doing this. So no problem, Ken. It's you shared it before the tutorial, so it's okay. Now, I'll keep moving. I'll do very quick because we're almost finished. Now, connections. Now, next, this is important for our affiliates. Affiliates, you guys see you light up in yellow. All affiliates are in yellow. Okay, business owners are in green. No wait, business owners are in blue. Individuals are in green. Now, affiliates, this is a space specifically for you guys to share and post things that you guys have. And this is a space where when members are looking for particular products and services, they're directed to come to request them in the affiliate group. Okay, so if we know that a member is looking for something, we're going to direct them to the affiliate group to post questions directly in here. As affiliates, you guys have the direct opportunity to sell your services and products directly to members. Business owners, on the other hand, business owners, you're still able to promote, but it's not the same way as affiliates. Affiliates get direct connections with the members. Business owners, what we encourage is that you post. Oh, you did share in here as well, Ken. Okay. So business owners, you could post, you could share your events, share different activities and things like this. The difference between the two is that individuals can post within the affiliate group to ask questions. Business owners can't post in the affiliate group. Business owners could post in their own group. Affiliates could post every and everywhere, any and everywhere. All right. That's the only thing there. Last quick thing I'm going to tell you guys, there's other channels. They're not, whatever. I don't say they're not that important, but they serve different purposes. But the next important thing to know is these here. Anytime you see a microphone next to one of the channels, you're able to chat in those. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's basically like Zoom without having to open a Zoom. So when you guys see somebody in a chat, in a like a meeting room, hold on, I'll disconnect. So we have a hangout space. If you see somebody in a hangout space, join them. You could just chat. You don't have to have an official meeting, nothing. You could just be in the room and somebody could just join and start chatting with you. You guys could turn on your cameras, you could see each other, you could leave it off. It's a space specifically to be able to connect with members. here is where we're going to rebroadcast all our meetings and stuff like that. And then when we get a little more steady with it, when we're having interviews, we'll do it live in the podcast radio section. Okay, so that was just a quick little tutorial so you guys understand Discord on Bagaf, how it works, again, while we're transitioning out of it. Last quick thing, next week you guys are going to get a questionnaire from us. It takes less than 5 minutes because we are doing our market study. The OFC, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but we're in the process of launching our own wallet and our own money. And in essence, what that is the OFC money is going to give you guys a 10% bonus on your dollar. So when you convert your regular Canadian dollars into OFC dollars, you'll get 10% more. So your 100 becomes 110. Now, why we're doing this is to create more incentive for you guys to spend money with each other. So if I tell you that your $100 is worth 110 within the OFC community, as long as you spend it within the community, it's to give you that incentive to be able to spend within the community. We're in the process of doing the market study to see how much to get feedback from you guys in terms of members of the community. Do you like the idea? Pros and cons, how you guys want this to develop? Again, everything we do is for you guys in terms of members of this community. So I just shared some of the stuff that we're working on behind the scenes. As of the end of this week, you guys are going to be getting, okay, bye. Okay, bye, Sister Josa. Making the connections for you. Cool. So by the end of this week, you guys are going to be getting the links to the questionnaires so that you guys could fill them in and let us know if you're in line with this idea, if you're in line with this concept, and giving us your feedback. Because that's, again, everything we launch is for you guys, and it's important that we know that we have your buy-in if you're interested in the project, yay or nay. All right. So last 5 minutes is our matchups. So I'll start with you, Ken. Who would you like to connect with this week? Actually, I had made a note for you and Joseph to connect, but Ken, who would you like to connect with this week?
Who do you think I should connect with?
Am I frozen?
Who do you think I should connect with?
Ken, are you frozen? I might be frozen.
No, I'm not frozen.
I'm frozen. Okay. All right. Am I back?
Yes.
Awesome. Thank you. All right, Ken, who would you like to connect with this week?
Who do you think I should connect with?
Well, I noted that you should connect with Josa. Who else?
It's all good. I love connecting with everybody, so.
Well, it's actually because you and Joseph have very large networks, but you guys didn't know each other, so I found that was very interesting. So I was like, you guys could probably benefit from getting to know each other. Who knows?
Awesome.
Okay, so Joseph is your connection for this week. Beautiful. Brother Walker, who would you like to connect with this week?
Ken,
Ken?
yeah.
You already know Ken. You need somebody you haven't connected with.
I mean, there's been some difficulty trying to get connections with people, and I think right now, with regards to what he's saying and looking at what he's offering, I'm just looking at what he has us to subscribe to. I think it would be beneficial for me to meet with him, just the mentor behind the mission. That posturologist, I'm familiar with that person, and to see where they're at and know where Ken is, and you guys see me struggling with talking all the time. I think it would be beneficial for me to meet with Ken.
Okay.
And happy belated birthday, by the way.
Hey, Jude.
Thank you.
Hey, yes.
Both of us actually, Pharaoh and me, same week, I think.
Yeah, what, birthdays?
Yeah.
I'm on the 12th of September. Aren't you?
You're the 12th of September? Oh,
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, you're in October. Yeah.
We're close.
But happy belated as well. Thank you. I love this community. Okay, all right. So there's a connection. Ken, so we got Stephen and Ken and Josa. Next, as we're going through our tool tab, Brother Sadiq.
I will say with Samuel.
Brother Samuel, perfect. Brother Sadiq connecting with Brother Samuel. Yes, all right. Brother Samuel, who would you like to connect with this week?
I would say two, Brother Sidibe, and also I forgot the name, but one of our brother was in technology.
That's Sadiq.
Oh, okay, well, that's exactly him.
Okay,
Then,
so
then
Sadiq,
two
so
times.
you said Sadiq and Stephen?
Well, I said Brother Sidibe, and I was not sure of the name, but one of our brothers that was in technology. So
Okay, yeah,
it's
same person. Good, all
Yeah.
right.
That's
I
me.
think what-
Sidibe is my last name. It's Sidique Sidibe.
Hey,
Okay.
beautiful. Okay, so that's the connection that's happening there. Brother Sadiq and Brother Samuel. Brother Jean-Philippe, who would you like to connect with this week? Okay. You might have stepped away for a little bit. Oh, now you're back. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Who would you like to
Yeah.
connect with? Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I have to do some follow-ups with people I already got in touch with. So I will more commit to following up.
Well, you're changing our rules of engagement. Every session we have a new connection to make.
Yeah,
So
okay. Right. Well, actually, I would like, I know Samuel. I have to connect with Stephen. Okay, Josa left. I
Yeah.
wouldn't mind connecting with Josa.
Okay. Oh, and okay, so you're due to connect with Steven still. Okay, well, if the
Yeah.
person that you're due to connect with is here, all right. So then it'd be Steven you're due to connect with still. All right. So I'll note that. I know I will add an extra bonus, but I don't want you to be too backlogged. All right. So you got Steven to connect with. So Brother Jean-Philippe, it's Steven, and we'll make a note to connect with Josa as well. All righty. Okay, cool. Who else? And Sister Brenda, Sister Brenda, you didn't get to introduce yourself, but we're wrapping up the meeting now.
No,
'cause it's
I'm okay. Sorry, I was in a place where I could not speak.
Okay.
My name is Brenda Williams. I'm from Victual Consulting. So it's language training French for French and also interpretation, and we do also translation. So we work with individuals, work with corporate. We help you to seize the opportunity of getting more clients through the Francophone community, or maybe even if you have documents for translation. And in case you're having meetings, interpretation, we can also help you with that.
Yeah.
So that at least you can widen your clientele to the French community. It was nice connecting. I was not sure that I was supposed to be here. When I saw the email, I just let me jump in.
Hey, good.
So
I'm
it's nice
glad.
connecting with you. John Philip, I already connected with you through LinkedIn. I just sent you a message. And I think
Beautiful.
also I followed somebody else who put there on Instagram. It's nice meeting you all.
Good, beautiful, Brenda. Thank you for being here. Looking forward. We're on again next week, 7 p.m. Brother Samuel, I'm just gonna close. And did you have a quick question? Because we're 3 minutes past. I like try to be on our
Very
points.
quick question: Is Sister Brenda the sister that's living in Edmonton?
No, that's Sister Okama. Sister Brenda
Okay.
is in, I think, Ottawa or
Ottawa.
Gatineau. Yeah,
Okay.
Ottawa.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay. So Sister Brenda, just from the introductions you heard, is there anybody in particular you would like to connect with?
I already tagged Jean-Philippe at
Good.
on LinkedIn, so I just followed you.
Okay, beautiful. Because if you don't know Brother Sadiq in education, I would encourage that. And
Okay.
if you don't know Ken, I would encourage you to connect with Ken as well.
Okay.
All right, so I'm noting those. I'm adding some extras. And Brother Stephen Walker, Lauren Ford, OFC member, and my mother-in-law, she's having back problems. I'm gonna introduce you to, and Sister Josa, you need to connect with Sister Josa. She directly said that she's having knee problems. That's why I'm surprised that you did not connect with Sister Josa. But I'm going to recommend you connect with Sister Josa. She specifically said she's having knee problems. Okay, so I had noted her for you as well. All right, so Lauren Ford and Josa are two people for you to connect with. There's another guy, Chris, but we'll take that offline because he has chronic issues. All right, beautiful guys. So with that, we're 4 minutes over. My apologies. Next week I'll make sure to wind down a lot earlier. Just to make sure we end on time.
Don't forget to sign up for my blog. That would make me very happy.
Thank you guys. Sign
In the
up for
chat.
Ken's blog, and we'll make it a point to tell member services to share it. Where's the link for the blog?
Sorry,
Okay,
in
it's
this
there.
YouTube
All
channel,
right, we
right?
see it, we have it. So with that, guys, always grateful to life, grateful to God, our creator, and our ancestors for creating this opportunity. And I ask that life just continue to bless each and every one of you guys in your businesses, in your lives, that your business be able to continue to grow and expand, that you continue to be able to support yourself, your families, as well as your community. Hotep, amen, and ashe. Aye, boo boo. Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Ken, Ken, Ken,
Bye.
That's love, guys. Have a good
sorry,
night.
you seeing me? You keep calling it a blog. You mean your YouTube channel
No, it's a blog.
on YouTube?
No, it's not on YouTube. It's on our website.
Oh, okay. Well, I still subscribe to this thing here.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good night.
Bye bye.